All right, Hawk sports fans, welcome back to the channel. We have a very, very big interview today with Mr. Vicious, Tresean Gore. Man, thank you so much for coming on today. We've been a huge fan since you got in the UFC. I just want to start off with thanking you, and we really do appreciate your time, taking time out of his Father's Day to be on here today. So we really appreciate you for coming on, man.
I mean, I appreciate you. I appreciate you for bringing me on as well, brother. It's an honor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So just to kind of start off things, how's life right now for you, and how's camp going? Because we're about a month and a half out from your fight coming
And life is good, man. I'm in Arizona right now. It's hot as shit, and
up.
I'm just down here preparing for this fight, and I feel good. I feel ready. Like I'm ready right now.
Yes, sir. And I remember watching your interview towards the end of 2024. Your one wish that you kept telling reporters, you're like, you guys are gonna see me in 2025. I'm gonna get all these fights, and I know recently that you want to get 3 dubs in by the end of the year. So we're really looking forward to this coming up. If anybody can do it, it's definitely you with the mentality you have, and it's just time to go out there and perform. And we know you're going to do it on August 2nd, man. So we can't wait to see that. So now to
Okay.
kind of just get into the rest of the interview, what was your childhood like growing up in South Carolina? I have to ask that because my dad's favorite state is South Carolina. I've been to Hilton Head a few times, so South Carolina is a beautiful state. So
Yeah, man, it's
glad
nice as
you're
shit
up
out there. Nice growing up in the country. You know what I mean? Around the crops and stuff like that, and the chickens, and like I grew up in the country. I grew up on the outskirts of North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. I grew up in a little town of Little River, South Carolina. So, you know, I grew up in the country ghetto. I'd say it's like country mixed with ghetto. Like, you know what I mean? I love it, bro. It was pretty fun growing up, but it was also hard. Like my mother fell into drugs. My dad was in prison my whole life, but like I overcame it, man. Just through my faith in God, and I feel like He's the reason why I'm here in the first place.
Yes, sir. And I'm glad you just brought up God because I obviously follow you on Instagram, keep up with you. I know you're a man of faith. So I'm glad you just mentioned that because my very next question is with you talking about your faith before, being so open about it, how does that shape your mindset walking into that cage and just going to training every day and after everything you've already been through, man? Like what has that done for you?
Man, faith is everything. My whole journey on of fighting is faith based, and my whole life is faith based. At the end of the day, fighting is something I'm gonna do for the hopefully, next 10 years of dominance, 11 years of dominance. But afterwards, man, I ain't gonna be able to fight forever. So really, my salvation and going to heaven is more important to me than being a fighter. So me glorifying the Lord Jesus Christ is me leading people to salvation, leading them to life, and leading them to the truth. You know what I mean? So that's just something that I feel like my faith keeps me grounded. It keeps me humble, and Jesus humbled himself and came down here and was pretty much a servant to us and sacrificed himself. You know what I mean? Like me, I had to humble myself too, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Humbling myself, and my time will come where I'm gonna get up.
Yes, sir. And I'm glad you mentioned what you just did about, there's more to life after fighting. Obviously, you can't fight until, you're 60 years old. So, I feel like a lot of athletes kind of get lost in the time that they're in and they don't really see the big picture, something like that. So that's really cool to hear.
Yeah,
Like you already have that insight, like you're mature enough to understand like kind of what there is, ahead of you after fighting too. So that's awesome to hear that. I actually love that answer.
man.
I mean, that might be my favorite one I've ever had on here so far. But just to kind of get into some random questions now, because like I said, I've told everybody this before. I told you off camera, like we're gonna start busting out some questions that get to really know the fighter. So, what's a good like fight day ritual for you? Do you have like any weird superstitions like on fight day?
Uh, I wouldn't say I have any like. I wouldn't say I have any like fight day rituals. I say I like get up and I pray because I mean, like, as a fighter, you're gonna get hit with waves of anxiety.
Yes.
So me, the whole time I'm like getting ready for fights, I'm in spiritual warfare. I'm having to remind myself I'm more than a conqueror through Christ. I'm having to remind myself that like I'm strong. Like I'm not weary. God didn't make me weary. I have to. So that's what I have to go through. Pre-fight, I had to go through prayer, and I had to go through just believing why I'm there. You know, and I guess pre-fight ritual, I guess you could say I always gotta have me a steak. I gotta have me a medium rare steak. I
That's
gotta have me a
fire.
medium rare steak with a little bit of blood, not too much blood, but it gotta be, it's nice and medium, and a little bit of mac and cheese, a little bit of rice the night
Hell
before the fight.
yes. Yes, sir. Mac and cheese. That's my favorite thing to eat. Hell yes. Love
I
that.
do that I do that before every fight. Like I eat that before every fight. Like that's like my favorite meal to have. It's me a nice whole big old nice 12 14-ounce ribeye, prime ribeye with a cooked medium. Yep, that's how I do, man. And then I pray. I just pray. I get into my faith, and I hug my wife, hug my kid, and I go handle business.
Yes, sir. And so like if you are fighting, like let's say your scheduled bout is supposed to be at like 7 o'clock, like what time of the day are you gonna eat that meal?
But like I eat the day before. Like I eat it the day
Just the day
before.
before? Okay. So
Because
there's
steak takes a while to digest, so I eat it the day before.
okay. Okay. Is that like dinner time or like lunchtime after like weigh-ins have happened Friday morning?
Dinner time.
Okay. Okay. So that's
Yeah.
okay. So about like 24 hours out. Okay. I love that. That's a good meal. That's a good southern meal right there. I mean, I think you go talk to
And
anybody.
then you gotta that makes me get in the fight mode. That blood from that steak, it just makes me, it brings that man out of me, man. I don't know what it is.
I love that. And I'm so glad somebody else likes mac and cheese. I feel like mac and cheese gets a lot of shit from people sometimes. So I'm glad me and you got that in common. Mac and cheese is fire. I don't care what anybody says. If you don't
Yeah,
like mac
man.
and cheese,
They just hate us, bro. They just hate us, bro.
I know they hate us because they ain't us, bro. Pretty much.
Exactly.
So now I got another one that's UFC related. Who in the UFC would you not want to fight because they're just too nice? Besides Wonder Boy, I feel like everybody that's like their number one answer on that. I feel like Wonder Boy is probably like everybody's number one. So besides him, out of relationships that you've seen or guys you've come across in your time in the UFC, who would you not want to fight just because like they're just that nice of a person? They don't even have
Chris
to
White.
be middleweight either. They don't even have to be a middleweight. They could be
I
any.
wouldn't I wouldn't want to fight Chris White, man.
I love that answer. He's a good
I,
dude.
I saw him at the fights after I lost, and he showed me so much love and so much embracement. Like I was just like, nah, bro. Like I would never want to punch you in the face.
Yeah, he seems like a very
And to be honest, the guy I'm about to fight is one of those guys that's like super nice, and I hear nothing but good things about him. Um, and I grew up I've always trained with older Brazilians, so I got that natural respect for them. But
mhm.
unfortunately, man, I got to go out there and do what I know I can do, and it is what it is. It's just business.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like that answer though. Chris does seem like a good guy. Obviously, I've never met him, but that's I can see that answer from the outside perspective of TV and stuff like that. So I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
So my next question I got for you is, what is your dream city to fight in? And I put in parentheses on this because you fought in Miami earlier this year. Miami is a pretty badass city. But other than Miami, or if it is Miami, what would be your dream city to fight in inside the UFC under that banner?
I want to fight in South Carolina, man.
Oh, that would be insane.
But I don't know if they got any cars in South Carolina, but I want to fight in South Carolina. That's where I'm from, and I love to go out there in the packed out South Carolina arena and just do my thing. A country boy from Little River, South Carolina, going out there and doing my thing. I would love to do that.
Yeah, I think the UFC, I don't know if they've ever been there. in South Carolina if they in the past few years. Like they could definitely throw a fight night out there. It's just such a beautiful state. I mean, I think I already mentioned this earlier that it's my dad's favorite state to travel to. It's such a nice place to be. I feel like everybody inside the UFC that like isn't actually like having to go in the octagon and put it all out there, like they could enjoy the week leading up to it, like being on vacation but still having to do their job there because it's just
Oh
beautiful.
yeah,
Like, I've never heard anybody say anything bad about South Carolina. Never have.
yeah. It's pretty nice down there. Some parts.
Okay. Well, I like that. I would love that. So,
You
Dana,
come to the
if you ever
you
come
can't come
across
to
this
the
video, get my man's ass in South Carolina for a fight. Everybody would show the fuck out. I would be there from where I'm at. That's not too bad of a drive. I could definitely make that in a weekend. So, if that does happen, I'm going to be pulling up for you on that one.
man. We'll see, man. Whatever God wills, we'll see.
Yeah, no, no kidding, no kidding. But they need to get that out there. I'd love that. That'd be a good location. So, who would be your tag team partner in a WWE style match, and why?
Oh, shit, man.
Got some random ones. We got some random ones.
Um, shit. I don't know, man. I don't know.
It doesn't.
I guess I would choose Francis Ngannou.
Francis Ngannou.
Yep, because he's big and looks like a WWE wrestler, and I could just, you know what I'm saying, just use him to throw around everybody, and then we'll win.
That would be a fucking problem. I personally don't think you guys would lose. I don't care who these guys are matched up against, especially after seeing Francis. He was with Usman, UFC Atlanta. That dude still looks like he's in phenomenal shape right now. So I like that answer. Have you ever met him or like been in the same vicinity as him? By chance?
No, not yet, not yet.
Okay. Well, he might be. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with him. The UFC. I think he's probably burned that bridge, but he's going to keep.
It's cool. It's cool meeting people like Usman and people like Weidman, you know, because even like training with people like my big bro Benson Henderson. It's a blessing to get to train with people and get to be around people that I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna soon embark on the same thing they did. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful that I get to be around them to learn from them and learn how they are and stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. So you have met Usman before?
But yeah, I have.
That's
I
awesome.
he used to train at my gym, but we never got to train. But it's all good though, bro. I know my time's gonna come. I
Yeah.
know my time's gonna come.
So just on the topic of that, what was your thoughts on that main event last night? If you were able to watch that,
I think Buckley needs to work on his takedown defense. That's just it, you know. Like I don't know if it's his takedown defense or his lack of size, but you know, who am I to judge though, bro? He went against the best guy in the division. He went against one of the guys that they consider pound for pound. So, you know, like I can't judge. It was a good fucking fight. Buckley showed some heart and he showed some grit and determination. But Usman showed his veteran skills out there.
yeah, he did. And I was telling all the people that I was around last night that usually in the UFC, they're like trying to set guys up, to kind of pass the torch. There was a 7 year difference last night in their age gap, and he came back from a 2 year layoff and just absolutely made Buckley look, you know, like a not number seven in the welterweight
Yeah,
division.
that was
Usually,
pretty bad.
yeah,
But I mean, I mean, at the end of the day, the shit happens, man. When you're going against the best in the division.
for sure, for sure. So that was quite the fight to watch. Usman defied all odds. I thought Buckley was going to win, so I was one of those people on that Buckley train because he was younger, but Usman's still here
I
apparently.
was going for Buckley too, man, just because like one day I might fight him.
Holy shit,
Because
crazy
like,
fight! That would be a crazy fight. The style
yeah, I'm
on
thinking
that'd be. I would love that. I'd love to
I'm
watch.
thinking about going to welterweight, man.
So is that something? Are you like? Does it depend on the fight on August 2nd, or I was gonna kind of get into that with you. Like, are you just gonna kind of see the rest of the year out at middleweight, or just like a August 2nd? We'll probably make a decision a week after that type of thing. Because I know that's been on your mind since 2024, at least.
I'm not gonna rush into going to welterweight because I'm a big ass dude, but I see how them boys are down there working, and I know I can make that weight, and I know I can whoop their asses. So it's like it's hard not to go down there and take that candy. You know what I mean? Like,
Uh huh.
uh, I just know I know what I can do, and I know what I am, and all I know, man, is I don't feel like the welterweight division can touch me. But at the same time, I got work to do in the middleweight division. I've only had 2 fights in 2 years, so I haven't been as active as I need to be. But I'm about to change all that shit. I'm
Yes,
so glad that Marco beat me up in a lot of people's eyes because now they about to fucking see me come back. You about to see me bite down now.
yes, sir.
That motherfucker made a rival for life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He about to have to fight me again. You thought you was gonna beat me and we wasn't gonna run it back? When we run it back, he's gonna go to sleep. And when
Yep.
he go to sleep, like, he might wake up, he might want it with me again. It is what it is. But I feel like me and him is gonna be like Alex type thing. You know what I mean? Because he's tough, he's gritty. But we saw what happened. We saw me clip his chin a couple times too. You
Uh
know what
huh.
I mean? And the guy that I'm about to fight, I'm not even gonna talk about this guy that I lost to anymore. I have a tough, gritty veteran in front of me in Adolfo Vieira, and he's gonna try to bring it, and I'm just ready to get in there with him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I know you said in 2024 too, that you were gonna like need a nutritionist around you to maybe go to that welterweight division. So if you did end up moving, would that be an easy move for you, cutting weight wise?
I wouldn't say it would be easy, but it's something that I can do because I've done it before.
Okay.
But I wouldn't say it would be easy by any means. We seen Battle go miss welterweight by 9 pounds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's a big boy. He's pretty much a middleweight like me, and you know, it's easy to get up there and try to make that welterweight limit and miss it because you're just naturally just too big.
Yep.
For me, I just feel like I can make it. I feel like if I was to get my body weight down to 195, I can make it. I just gotta get my body weight down a little bit.
I love that.
Right now, I'm around like 212.
Okay. Okay. Is that usually like normal from about a month and a half out before a fight at middleweight for you?
I mean, it's actually kind of light. It's actually kind of light for me. Been a
That's
month
good.
out.
I love
Like
that.
I've started off at 230. Yeah, I've started off camps at 230 before. You know what I mean? Like two. You
Ooh.
know, so
Wow. So you're okay. You're locked the fuck in already. Then we got. I think it's 48 days until we uh we hit the
I'm
octagon.
in pretty good shape right now. Like
You're dude.
I'm,
That's awesome.
I'm
I
in
love
good
that.
shape.
You're ahead of the schedule, man. I love that.
I've been busting my ass, bro. But it's cause I mean, shit, man. Like motherfuckers putting another tough Brazilian in front of me.
Yeah.
They trying to use the Brazilians to take me out. Like, damn, I like the Brazilians. Y'all trying to make me racist and shit.
Uh huh.
They trying to make me racist, trying to make me just not like Brazilians. You motherfucker, you fucked up my UFC career. Nah, fuck that, bro. I feel good though. I love all my Brazilian brothers, and I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna do my job and I'm gonna execute. That's all I'll say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, and to kind of go back into the questions I actually have for you today, we got a few left. So this is probably my favorite one that I came up with. So if you would you rather knock someone out in 10 seconds or win the fight of the year? That's like my favorite one that I came up
Probably knock somebody out.
in 10 seconds.
Yeah,
I think that's the one
yeah.
I'd probably pick too. If I was you. Why would you pick that though?
Fight of the night inquires like us like going back and forth and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Why the hell would I want that?
Exactly. Yep.
And I would rather just go in there, put his ass to sleep, and go home and with my check. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Instead of going in there and having a slobber knocker and going back all scarred up and beat up and bruised up. Now I gotta wait before I can fight again for a couple months. So
That-
yeah, I'll take that 10-second knockout all day.
yes, sir. And I feel like the 10-second knockout is more ISO towards you, where the fight of the night is kind of like a co-award because you're sharing it, like you're sharing that award with the other guy that you fought, obviously. So that's
Yeah,
one I would pick too. But I just want to hear your thoughts on that. I love that answer though. Why
yeah,
make it hard whenever you can just knock somebody's ass out in 10 seconds and go home with the check? I love that.
exactly.
Facts. So, if you could instantly master any non-fighting skill, what would it be?
Uh,
Just for reference,
probably
mine would be cooking. I can't cook hardly anything, so mine would be cooking.
probably swimming, man. Probably like like professional swimming. Can you still hear me? I just turned my vehicle on.
Wait, what'd you say?
You can still hear me good, right? I just
Yeah,
turned my car.
yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you.
But yeah, man, it would probably be like swimming. I would love to like learn to scuba dive and shit like that.
That's tough. I like that.
Because growing up black, man, sometimes your people make you act like you scared, make you scared of the water. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You had that black friend that sit on the side of the damn pool, don't go on the deep side. That was me.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Yeah, man. But that would be what I would do. I would like just not be afraid of living my life and just swim and scuba dive and stuff like that.
And that's another great way to build cardio too, is to actually swim because it's working your whole body. I think I saw Marab doing that or some shit like that too. So like, I mean, if you get into it and you can do it like with pressure being thrown at you, like in waves a little bit, oh my god, that's another way to do cardio right there. Tough way to do.
Yeah, Morale's a beast, bro. He's a beast.
Yeah. So that'd be neat. I like
He
that.
got that incredible cardio.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how he does that shit, man. I don't know how he does that shit. All right. So I got one more cool one.
He just built different, man.
He is built different. He is built different. I think the bantamweight division's in trouble for a while. I think
Yeah, I think so.
about him his age.
What'd you say?
So the only thing that's going to stop Marab is his age. Until then,
I don't know. I hate that, man. Yeah,
until then, they're in trouble. The whole division's
exactly.
in trouble. So I'm just being honest though. So any of my bantamweight guys, he's a tough task ahead. So that's just my opinion though. So, um, but Tresean, my last cool one I got for you, or fun one, I guess you could say. What is one celebrity that you would love to have octagon side at one of your fights?
Uh, I would like to have Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell
Love that answer. Hell yeah. Why would you pick?
because he's the realest pastor out. He actually is real. He tells it how it is, and he ain't sugarcoating it, and he ain't no mega church preacher out here collecting the check. You
Uh,
know what I mean? He's a real one, and I would like a real one on my corner, a real one real people surrounding me. So that's why I would love to have him there.
I love that. I love that answer, man. Not
I
too many, not
have
nowadays.
a real deal prayer warrior around me.
Wait, what'd you say? You cut out. I'm sorry.
I say I would have a real deal prayer warrior around me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's a great answer,
Yep.
man. I love that. I love that shit, man. I didn't know if you were gonna go with like a sports celebrity or something like that, but I love that. That's awesome. That's a dope ass answer. And there's not too many
Yeah,
pros out there anymore. Like you know how it is, man. That everybody's fake as shit on like social media and stuff like that. So there's not too many people out there that keep it real nowadays. So I love that shit. That's a good answer.
me, man, I'm just trying to just surround myself with people I want to be like one day.
Yep.
And I don't want to. I'm not about to go with no A-list celebrity that don't give a damn about me and my well-being. I'd rather go with somebody that's gonna pray a demon off me if I feel like killing myself.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. A lot of those celebrities they show up and it's usually just for like the main card too. Like they're not even like really fans of the sport. So that is a little frustrating that they have those, seats. So I'm glad you just pointed that out. I fuck with that. We got a lot of stuff in common on that because that's kind of how I view it too. I
For
want
sure.
like that octagon side for me as well. But Tresean, we have got to the last question. I always ask this question with my guys coming up that we got a fight coming up. So, what's the last message to the fans that are going to be watching this video to tune in to watch you get this W and get on this 3 fight winning streak for the rest of 2025 coming up? What's your last message you got?
Don't blink. Just don't blink. Don't blink, cause I'm about to do it now, man. Like I feel like I figured my game out. I figured out my distance, figured out my timing, my speed, my precision, and just don't blink. That's all I'll say.
Yes, sir. And obviously, you're ready to go. You're already a little bit ahead of schedule where you normally would maybe be on weight. So that's fucking awesome to hear, man. Like I'm sitting here right now as a fan of yours, like ready to fucking go. Like I can't wait to wake up one day and August 2nd is going to be on the calendar. It's going to be fireworks. I can't wait to watch you do your thing, brother. We really appreciate your time today. Hopefully, we can get you on the channel again soon, maybe closer to the date. Hopefully,
Yeah, anytime, bro.
hopefully after the fight we can get you on here. Obviously not like Sunday, the day after the fight, but maybe the week after you get the dub in there, man. We'd love to get you back on here and hear your thoughts and see what's next, man. But
I just got to build a platform. Right now, they don't give a damn about me. They done abandoned me. They done left me back in 2021. Tough trade. They think that they remember when I said I would be champion in a year and all that shit didn't happen, and they just abandoned ship. They threw me out in the dumpster.
yeah,
People I thought were friends abandoned me. Fans, family, some people abandoned me. But guess what? I never lost my faith, and it's about to come into fruition now. Don't blink. Don't blink.
don't blink and don't jump on the bandwagon. Tresean, we can't thank you enough for coming on here today. Mr. Vicious, back in the octagon on August 2nd. We can't wait to see you do your thing, brother. Tresean Gore, everybody. Appreciate it.
Let's go.